Hi, the story I'm going to read today is called Stone Soup. Is that kind of a funny title, Stone Soup? Does stone soup sound delicious? What do you notice on the cover? Do you think they're really making stone soup? This is a folk tale, and this folk tale is retold by Heather Forrest, and it's illustrated by Susan Gaber. Okay? Folk tales look for life lessons and clever characters. So we're going to look for that today. We get to read to find out what this folk tale's lesson is and who is clever. There once was a comfortable little village nestled in the mountains. The people who lived there had more than enough to keep themselves content. One day, two travelers came along. Their coats were tattered, their hats were torn, their dusty shoes had holes on their shoes. Hungry and tired, one traveler said to the other, "Surely someone here can spare a bit of food." Think about the story and the illustration on this page. What clues do you notice that tell us the travelers have been walking for a long time? So here they are. What can you say about those travelers? They knocked boldly on a door. It creaked open, and a woman asked, "What do you want?" "Please," said one of the travelers, "we are hungry. Do you care? Will you share? Do you have any food?" The woman squinted her eyes and tartly replied, "No." She quickly slammed the door shut. Why do you think the woman answers in this way? The travelers walked a little further down the road and knocked on another door. A young boy answered. His chocolate brown eyes were sweet. "Good day," he said shyly. "What do you want?" "Please," said one of the travelers, "we are hungry." "Do you care? Will you share? Do you have any food?" The boy replied, "There is no food here," and closed the door. Boys and girls, do you think that they really had no food? The travelers wandered wearily through the village, knocking on every door, but everywhere they heard, "I don't care, I won't share, there is no food." They sat to rest beside a wall. One traveler sighed and clutched his empty belly. He said, "If there is really no food in this elegant little village, then the people who live here are in greater need than we are. We should make them our magical stone soup." Ooh, that sounds interesting. Tell someone at home the problem in the story. What's the problem? And what do you think the travelers are going to do about it? What are they going to do? The two travelers climbed up the edge of the wall and shouted, "We are master cooks. If anyone in this town has a big black pot, we will make the most delicious soup anyone has ever tasted." A door slowly opened. A round man emerged carrying a gigantic black pot. "I love to eat," he said. "Here's a pot. Let me see what two master cooks can do with it." "Watch and see," said one traveler with glee. The travelers filled the pot with cold water and built a fire. Soon the flames licked the sides of the pot and billows of steam rose into the air. Curious people began to gather. "What is happening?" the townspeople asked. "We are making an unusual soup," said one of the travelers. "It requires a special magical ingredient. I am certain we will find it in this town." What do you think the magic ingredient is? All the eyes in the crowd watched as one of the travelers reached down and picked up an ordinary stone. He tossed it into the pot with a splash. "We're making stone soup," he said. "It will be nutritious, delicious, incredible, and edible. But it would taste better," he paused, "if we only had a carrot." The word ordinary means plain. Do you think this ordinary stone really could be magical? What do you think? "Where would we find a carrot in this town?" the other traveler asked. "We knocked on every door, and everywhere we heard, 'There's no food.' Then perhaps we cannot make this delicious soup after all," they both announced with a sad shrug of their shoulders and began to turn away. A child timidly raised her hand and said, "Wait, I might have a small carrot." "Excellent," shouted the travelers. "Bring what you've got. Put it in the pot. We're making stone soup. This magical soup would taste even better if we had a potato." A deep voice in the back of the crowd called, "I have a potato." "Wonderful," shouted the travelers. "Bring what you've got. Put it in the pot. We're making stone soup." "It would taste better still," they said, "if we had just a few more ingredients." Oh, noticing a repeating phrase on the pages. Let's see if it happens again. "Perhaps," said one of the villagers, "I could bring a green bean." "Well," said another, "if you are going to bring a green bean, I will bring a kernel of corn." "I shall not be outdone," cried another. "I will bring an egg noodle." One by one, voices announced, "I will bring a slice of celery." "I will bring a pinch of pepper." "I can bring a sprig of parsley." "I might have a tiny turnip." "Well, why are you waiting?" cried the travelers. "Bring what you've got. Put it in the pot. We're making stone soup." Everyone in the town ran home to bring one small thing to put in the pot. Food flew through the air and it landed with splashes in the growing soup. Soon the huge pot was full and simmering. A wonderful smell drifted through the air. Why do you think the people start bringing things for the soup? Before, they said they had no food. What do you think? The smell was so tempting, people brought out bowls, spoons, chairs, and tables. They placed hearty loaves of bread, chunks of cheese, and bowls of fruit on the tablecloths. Everyone came to taste the soup and marveled at the flavor. "It's amazing," said one woman. "These two travelers made such a delicious soup out of stone." "Out of stone," said the travelers with a grin, "and a magical ingredient, sharing." Look at the people in the picture. How have their faces and their bodies changed from the beginning of this story? Things really have changed in this village, haven't they? What was the real magic that made the soup? Tell someone at your house. As the travelers left the town, they said, "If anyone ever wants to make this soup again, just remember the recipe. Bring what you've got." Ooh, you can try this with me. Ready? "Bring what you've got. Put it in the pot. Every bit counts, from the largest to the least. Together we can celebrate a stone soup feast." So, what do you think the lesson in this folktale is? What did we learn? Who were the clever characters in this story? Thanks for listening. Bye.